Alright troops, this is M1 Backstabber here with another North American qualifying match. This is at home, arguably your easiest game, and a game you definitely need to win. It's a match again between Mexico and Cuba, and I started to underestimate Cuba there. They actually surprised me at how they were playing. They were actually alright. Did a decent job out there, and immediately I go on the offense, as always. Just start passing it about here. Cuba will always run straight to the ball. As soon as you get the ball, consistent pressure is what Cuba do. They will always make sure there's a man going in your direction so that you're under pressure and need to make a pass. But this can work in your favor. If there's a player running to you, you can make that player run far out and go out of position and exploit that position. Like near the left fullback, say you start near him with Dos Santos, then just a wee bit away just quite close to him, a wee bit away from him, and then he'll start to run towards you. You make a pass, run, and then pass it back to Santos on the return ball, and you have an easy option there to cut in or cross it in. So yeah, and Guardo's back for this game. I thought he'd be back for the America game, which I have actually recorded, and that was quite a funny challenge there. No intention of getting the ball there whatsoever, but still, trying to think, is there any Mexican Tottenham players? Just random thought, because I'm watching a match that's going on right now. It's between Tottenham and Young Boys at White Hart Lane. Young Boys are up 3-2 on aggregate. It's just starting, literally, like, you could not get any closer to it starting right now. They're literally setting up for kickoff. They've got the ball in the middle, and they're about to start the timer. So yeah, should be interesting. And yeah, Cuba don't really have a lot of like top class players. I really couldn't name a single one off the top of my head, being perfectly honest with you, but they're all about teamwork on Cuba's team. They'll work as a team, they'll do what their managers ask, and they'll get up and down the park, create pressure for you and stuff like that. And I also think this is quite a low scoring game, despite the fact that I have quite a lot of pressure piling on them. And yeah, the wing players are actually quite slow as well, so you can easily run past them with Dos Santos and Guardo, Guardo especially is very fast. And what you'll find as well is they play very, very deep. Very deep. So if you're one of those players that go on counter-attack or something like that, counter-attack or sort of find an opening and run through it, then you're going to be frustrated against Cuba, I'll tell you that. unless you've got some freakishly good players like Messi and stuff like that. I don't know. There's a lot of good players for Mexico, and that was a pathetic miss. I really thought they were going to score there, and I was quite scared. Always get nervous and tense when I get a feeling that they're going to score. And right at the end of this video, if you find my commentary boring or whatever, maybe you just don't like seeing passing in that, I don't know. Then skip to, I'd say, about a minute from the end, and then you'll see the goal, which is, I only showed one clip of the goal anyway. I'll be showing the goal again in the next part, but I don't know. I thought I could just fit the goal into this part, and I'm not sure who it was that scored. I'll tell you next part. And I've got to say this as well. USA are a pretty hard team. I've got them next. I've actually recorded the match already. They're a hard team to break down, and I literally mean you will have to go pretty offensive against that team. I actually lost that game a couple times. I just wanted to record myself actually winning that game. I've lost in America so many times, but luckily I actually won that game. And there I get a goal, but it was offside. I knew it was offside. I just wanted to show a replay of it. I was quite frustrated because if you ever go to football matches, then and whenever you score a offside goal and you think it's a goal and you start celebrating and stuff like that, and then you find out that it was offside, and it's quite frustrating. That calls for the end of the first half. No goals scored so far. Cuba will be delighted with that. Me, not so much. Oh, I was just watching the game there, and Tottenham just literally scored a second ago. Peter Crouch just scored a header. That was quite. I don't know. The defense should have been better. I know. If you're actually familiar with football, Peter Crouch is 6'7" or something like that. Something ridiculous like that, and he's always gonna win headers like that. He's English, if you didn't know that already. He got in the World Cup squad. I think he only came on as a substitute once, despite being one of the better players. Yeah, that was actually a well-taken goal there. But anyway, the goal's coming up soon. Just give it a minute. I'll leave you in peace while I watch this game. I'll leave you in peace to watch the goal. So.
Now it's with Torrado of Mexico. Franco. Alfonso. Castro. Guardado. Poor ball from Guardado. Urgeles. Duarte. keep hold of the ball. Giovanni Dos Santos. He'll go for goal.